Question 1. Which of the following scenarios best illustrates a situation where a homeowner's policy may not cover damage due to neglect? A. A homeowner's roof collapses due to a heavy snowstorm and the damage is extensive. B. A homeowner's basement floods after a heavy rainstorm and the basement has a history of drainage issues that were not addressed. C. A homeowner's home is damaged by an earthquake that was not previously covered by the standard home insurance policy. D. A homeowner's personal property is stolen from the home while they are on vacation and they have an endorsement for personal property coverage. Answer: B. A homeowner's basement floods after a heavy rainstorm and the basement has a history of drainage issues that were not addressed. Explanation: neglect is generally defined as the failure to maintain a property in a reasonably good condition which could prevent or mitigate damage. In this case, option B reflects a scenario where the homeowner's neglect to address known drainage issues leads to damage that is not covered by the home insurance policy. This falls under the exclusion of neglect in most home insurance policies, which typically do not cover damages resulting from the policyholder's failure to perform necessary maintenance. The other options, A, C, and D, involve covered perils or specific endorsements that are outside the scope of neglect exclusions. Question 2. What is the primary difference between replacement cost and actual cash value (SCV) coverage in a home insurance policy? A. Replacement cost covers the cost to repair or replace damaged property without deducting for depreciation, while ACV coverage deducts depreciation from the replacement cost. B. Replacement cost covers the cost of repairs only up to the policy limit, whereas ACV covers repairs up to the actual value of the property. C. Replacement cost pays for the replacement of property at the current market value, while ACV coverage pays only the cost of the original property. D. Replacement cost and ACV are the same and provide coverage for the full amount of the damage without any depreciation. Answer: A. Replacement cost covers the cost to repair or replace damaged property without deducting for depreciation, while ACV coverage deducts depreciation from the replacement cost. Explanation: replacement cost coverage pays for the repair or replacement of damaged property without considering depreciation, meaning that the insurer will cover the cost of replacing the item with a new one of similar kind and quality. Actual cash value ACV coverage, on the other hand, takes depreciation into account, meaning it pays the replacement cost minus depreciation. This reflects the reduced value of an item due to wear and tear or age. Option A accurately describes this distinction, while options B, C, and D contain inaccuracies about how each type of coverage functions. Question 3, scenario-based. Emily's home was recently damaged by a severe storm, resulting in broken windows and a collapsed garage door. After the storm, Emily immediately reported the damage to her insurance company and hired a contractor to begin repairs. The insurance adjuster arrives and assesses the damage, but notes that Emily did not secure the property to prevent further damage from rain and wind. What is the likely impact on Emily's insurance claim? A. Emily's claim will be fully covered because she reported the damage promptly and hired a contractor. B. Emily's claim will be partially covered, with deductions for the additional damage caused by her failure to secure the property. C. Emily's claim will be denied because she did not secure the property to prevent further damage. D. Emily's claim will be processed as usual with no impact from her failure to secure the property. Answer: B. Emily's claim will be partially covered, with deductions for the additional damage caused by her failure to secure the property. Explanation: insurance policies typically include a duty to protect property from further damage after loss has occurred. This is often referred to as a duty to mitigate cause. If Emily failed to take reasonable steps to secure the property and prevent additional damage, the insurance company may reduce the claim payout to account for the damage that occurred due to her failure to mitigate. This partial coverage reflects the insurer's expectation that policyholders will take necessary actions to prevent further loss. Options A, C, and D do not accurately reflect the typical policy requirements or consequences of failing to mitigate additional damage. Question 4. Which of the following best describes the coverage provided by a HO3 policy? A. Coverage for damages caused by specific perils listed in the policy, including fire, theft, and vandalism. B. Coverage for all perils except those specifically excluded, including personal property and dwelling protection. C. Coverage specifically for tenants and their personal property, but not for the dwelling or structures. D. Coverage for high-value items such as jewelry and fine art, with specific sublimits for each category. Answer: B. Coverage for all perils except those specifically excluded, including personal property and dwelling protection. Explanation: An HO3 policy, also known as a special form policy, provides open perils coverage for the dwelling and other structures, meaning it covers all perils except those specifically excluded in the policy. This contrasts with a basic or broad form policy, which only covers perils that are listed in the policy. Option B accurately describes the comprehensive nature of HO3 coverage, while options A, C, and D refer to other forms of coverage or policies. Question 5. Which of the following exclusions is typically not covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Damage caused by fire. B. Damage caused by flooding. C. Damage caused by theft. D. Damage caused by vandalism. Answer: B. Damage caused by flooding. Explanation: standard homeowners insurance policies generally exclude coverage for flood damage. Flood insurance is typically obtained separately through the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP) or other specialized flood insurance providers. Options A, C, and D are commonly covered perils under standard homeowners insurance policies. Therefore, option B correctly identifies an exclusion from standard coverage. Question 6. Scenario-based. Tom's home insurance policy includes a special endorsement for high-value items like artwork and antiques. After a break-in, Tom discovers that some of his artwork, which is valued at $15,000, is missing. The policy limit for high-value items is $10,000. What should Tom expect in terms of his insurance claim? A. Tom will receive the full $15,000 for the missing artwork since he has a special endorsement. B. Tom will receive up to $10,000, the limit of his special endorsement, and will have to cover the remaining $5,000 himself. C. Tom's claim will be denied because the artwork value exceeds the policy limit. D. Tom will receive a partial payment based on the market value of the artwork, which may be less than $10,000. Answer: B. Tom will receive up to $10,000, the limit of his special endorsement, and will have to cover the remaining $5,000 himself. Explanation: endorsements for high-value items typically have specific sub-limits, as seen in Tom's policy. If the value of the insured items exceeds the endorsement limit, the policy will only cover up to the endorsement limit, with the policyholder responsible for the excess amount. Thus, Tom will receive up to $10,000 as per the endorsement limit and will need to cover the additional $5,000. Options A, C, and D do not accurately reflect the standard practice for handling claims involving policy limits for high-value items. Question 7. Under Massachusetts law, what is a key requirement for a homeowner's insurance policy in terms of flood insurance? A. Homeowners must purchase flood insurance as part of the standard policy. B. Flood insurance is required only if the property is located in a high-risk flood zone. C. Flood insurance is optional and not mandated by Massachusetts law. D. Homeowners can opt out of flood insurance but must sign a waiver acknowledging the risk. Answer: B. Flood insurance is required only if the property is located in a high-risk flood zone. Explanation: in Massachusetts, as in many other states, flood insurance is generally required for properties located in high-risk flood zones, often determined by the Federal Emergency Management Agency (FEMA) and the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). For properties not in high-risk zones, flood insurance is optional but may still be advisable. Options A and C misrepresent the requirement, while D inaccurately describes the opt-out process. Question 8. Which of the following statements accurately describes the impact of the wear and tear exclusion in a home insurance policy? A. The policy will cover damage resulting from gradual wear and tear as long as it was reported promptly. B. The policy excludes coverage for damage resulting from gradual wear and tear, which is considered a maintenance issue. C. The policy provides coverage for wear and tear damage if the property is less than 5 years old. D. The policy will cover wear and tear damage, but only if it results in a significant structural failure. Answer: B. The policy excludes coverage for damage resulting from gradual wear and tear, which is considered a maintenance issue. Explanation: most homeowners insurance policies exclude coverage for damage resulting from gradual wear and tear. This is because such damage is typically considered a maintenance issue that the homeowner is responsible for addressing, rather than an unexpected event covered by insurance. Options A, C, and D do not accurately reflect this exclusion. Question 9. How does a duty to mitigate cause affect the homeowner's insurance claim? A. It requires the homeowner to take immediate action to repair damages to avoid further loss, but does not affect the insurance claim payment. B. It obligates the homeowner to act reasonably to protect the property from additional damage, which can affect the claim payment based on the extent of mitigation efforts. C. It allows the homeowner to delay repairs until a settlement is reached with no impact on the insurance claim. D. It mandates that the insurance company must cover all costs of repairs regardless of any delay in mitigation by the homeowner. Answer: B. It obligates the homeowner to act reasonably to protect the property from additional damage, which can affect the claim payment based on the extent of mitigation efforts. Explanation: the duty to mitigate cause requires homeowners to take reasonable steps to prevent further damage after loss has occurred. If a homeowner fails to mitigate additional damage, this can result in a reduction of the claim payment. This clause ensures that policyholders act to protect their property and limit further loss. Options A, C, and D misrepresent the implications of this duty on insurance claims. Question 10. In Massachusetts, what is a significant role of the Massachusetts Property Insurance Underwriting Association (MPUA) to provide flood insurance to all homeowners in Massachusetts regardless of risk? B. To offer standard home insurance policies to homeowners who cannot obtain coverage through standard markets. C. To regulate insurance premiums and set mandatory rates for all home insurance policies in the state. D. To offer discounts on insurance premiums for homes with advanced security systems. Answer: B. To offer standard home insurance policies to homeowners who cannot obtain coverage through standard markets. Explanation: the Massachusetts Property Insurance Underwriting Association (MPUA) provides insurance coverage to homeowners who are unable to secure coverage through standard insurance markets. MPIUA serves as a residual market mechanism to ensure that homeowners have access to essential insurance coverage. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe the primary role of MPIUA in providing insurance solutions. Question 11. What is the primary purpose of the declarations page in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. To list all the policy exclusions and limitations. B. To detail the specific coverage amounts, policyholder information, and property details. C. To outline the steps for filing a claim and the claims process. D. To provide information about the insurance company's financial stability and ratings. Answer: B. To detail the specific coverage amounts, policyholder information, and property details. Explanation: the declarations page of a homeowner's insurance policy provides essential information including the policyholder's details, the insured property coverage amounts, and the policy period. It serves as a summary of the coverage provided and the specific terms of the policy. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe the primary function of the declarations page. Question 12. Which of the following scenarios would most likely be covered under the loss of use or additional living expenses coverage of a homeowner's insurance policy? A. A homeowner's personal property is stolen while on vacation. B. A homeowner's property is damaged by a fire and they need temporary housing while repairs are made. C. A homeowner's car is damaged in an accident while parked in the driveway. D. A homeowner's roof deteriorates over time due to lack of maintenance. Answer: B. A homeowner's property is damaged by a fire and they need temporary housing while repairs are made. Explanation: loss of use or additional living expenses coverage helps cover the cost of temporary housing and other necessary expenses incurred when the insured property is uninhabitable due to covered loss, such as fire damage. Options A, C, and D do not fall under this type of coverage as they involve theft, vehicle damage, or lack of maintenance, respectively. Question 13. Scenario-based. Rachel notices that her home has developed a mold problem due to a slow leak in the plumbing that she did not address promptly. When she files a claim with her insurance company, what is the most likely outcome? A. Rachel's claim will be fully covered because mold damage is included in the standard policy. B. Rachel's claim will be denied because mold damage is typically excluded due to the lack of prompt maintenance. C. Rachel's claim will be partially covered if she can prove that the leak was sudden and accidental. D. Rachel's claim will be approved but only after a significant deductible is applied. Answer: B. Rachel's claim will be denied because mold damage is typically excluded due to the lack of prompt maintenance. Explanation: most homeowners' insurance policies exclude coverage for mold damage resulting from gradual leaks or neglect. Mold remediation is often considered a maintenance issue rather than an insurable event. Therefore, Rachel's claim is likely to be denied due to the exclusion of mold damage caused by slow leaks. Options A, C, and D do not accurately reflect standard insurance practices regarding mold and gradual damage. Question 14. What does the term personal liability coverage (ICA) homeowners insurance policy typically include? A. Coverage for damage to the insured's own property caused by a guest. B. Coverage for legal expenses and damages if the policyholder is found legally liable for injury or property damage to others. C. Coverage for loss of rental income if the property cannot be rented out due to damage. D. Coverage for medical expenses incurred by the policyholder for injuries sustained at home. Answer: B. Coverage for legal expenses and damages if the policyholder is found legally liable for injury or property damage to others. Explanation: Personal liability coverage provides protection for the policyholder in the event they are legally responsible for injuries or property damage sustained by others. It covers legal costs and potential damages awarded in lawsuits related to such incidents. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe the scope of personal liability coverage. Question 15. Which of the following items would most likely be covered under the special coverage extensions of a homeowner's insurance policy? A. Damage to the home caused by normal wear and tear. B. Damage to the home due to an earthquake. C. Replacement of damaged personal property such as jewelry with a limit on coverage. D. Coverage for damage caused by power failure. Answer: C. Replacement of damaged personal property such as jewelry with a limit on coverage. Explanation: Special coverage extensions often include additional protection for personal property such as jewelry, which may have specific sublimits within the policy. These extensions provide broader coverage than standard policies. Options A, B, and D are typically excluded or covered by separate policies, e.g. wear and tear, earthquake, and power failure. Question 16. Under Massachusetts home insurance laws, what is a required component for insurance policies in terms of policyholder rights? A. Insurance policies must include an automatic renewal clause. B. Insurance policies must provide clear terms on dispute resolution and claims handling. C. Insurance policies must cover all types of damage without any exclusions. D. Insurance policies must offer coverage for both earthquake and flood damages. Answer: B. Insurance policies must provide clear terms on dispute resolution and claims handling. Explanation: Massachusetts insurance laws require that policies provide clear terms regarding dispute resolution and the claims process. This ensures that policyholders understand their rights and the procedures for handling claims and disputes. Options A, C, and D are not required components of the policy under Massachusetts law. Question 17. How does a homeowner's insurance policy typically handle damage caused by pests or vermin? A. Pests and vermin damage is covered as part of the standard property protection. B. Pests and vermin damage is excluded from coverage due to its nature as a maintenance issue. C. Coverage for pests and vermin damage is available only through a special endorsement. D. The policy automatically includes a separate pest control service to handle such issues. Answer: B. Pests and vermin damage is excluded from coverage due to its nature as a maintenance issue. Explanation: Damage caused by pests or vermin is generally excluded from homeowners insurance coverage because such damage is considered a maintenance issue that homeowners should address proactively. Standard policies do not cover this type of damage. Options A, C, and D do not reflect typical policy exclusions or provisions. Question 18. Which of the following is a common limitation found in policies regarding high-value items? A. The policy automatically covers high-value items up to the full replacement cost without a limit. B. The policy provides coverage for high-value items but with specific sublimits and often requires additional endorsements. C. High-value items are only covered if they are specifically listed in the policy declarations. D. Coverage for high-value items is included in the standard policy but excludes loss due to theft. Answer: B. The policy provides coverage for high-value items but with specific sublimits and often requires additional endorsements. Explanation: Most homeowners insurance policies include sublimits for high-value items such as jewelry, fine art, and collectibles. These items often require additional endorsements to provide full coverage beyond the standard sublimits. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe how high-value items are typically covered. Question 19. What is the impact of the general exclusions section in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. It provides a list of perils that are automatically covered by the policy. B. It outlines the specific types of damage and perils that are not covered by the policy. C. It includes additional coverage options for specific risks and perils not covered elsewhere. D. It lists the standard limits and deductibles applicable to all types of claims. Answer: B. It outlines the specific types of damage and perils that are not covered by the policy. Explanation: The general exclusions section of a homeowner's insurance policy details the types of damage and perils that are not covered. This section is important for understanding the limitations of the policy and what is excluded from coverage. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe the purpose of the exclusions section. Question 20. Which of the following is true about the Massachusetts Property Insurance Underwriting Association, MPUA? A. MPIUA provides insurance coverage only to high-risk properties with severe underwriting concerns. B. MPIUA offers standard homeowners insurance policies to those who cannot obtain coverage through the regular market. C. MPIUA is responsible for regulating insurance companies and setting rates for all home insurance policies in Massachusetts. D. MPIUA administers the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP) for Massachusetts residents. Answer: B. MPIUA offers standard homeowners insurance policies to those who cannot obtain coverage through the regular market. Explanation: the Massachusetts Property Insurance Underwriting Association (MPUA) provides insurance coverage to homeowners who are unable to secure standard coverage through the regular insurance market. It acts as a residual market mechanism to ensure that essential coverage is available. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe MPUA's role or functions. Question 21. In the context of homeowners insurance, what does actual cash value received typically refer to? A. The replacement cost of the damaged property minus depreciation. B. The cost to replace the damaged property with new property of similar kind and quality. C. The market value of the property before the loss occurred. D. The cost of repairs to the property as estimated by an insurance adjuster. Answer A. The replacement cost of the damaged property minus depreciation. Explanation: actual cash value received is the amount needed to replace damaged property minus depreciation. This method considers the property's depreciation, so the payout is less than the replacement cost. Options B, C, and D do not accurately describe ACV. Question 22. What is the primary purpose of endorsements in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. To reduce the overall premium of the policy by excluding certain coverages. B. To provide additional coverage or modify existing coverage in the policy. C. To list the specific exclusions and limitations in the policy. D. To outline the standard deductible amounts applicable to all claims. Answer: B. To provide additional coverage or modify existing coverage in the policy. Explanation: endorsements are used to add or modify coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy. They can provide additional protection or adjust the terms of the standard policy. Options A, C, and D do not accurately reflect the purpose of endorsements. Question 23, scenario-based. John's home was damaged by a severe storm and he had to make emergency repairs to prevent further damage. He is concerned about whether these emergency repairs will be covered by his homeowner's insurance. What should John expect regarding coverage for these repairs? A. The insurance policy will automatically cover all emergency repairs without a deductible. B. The policy may cover the cost of emergency repairs if they are necessary to prevent further damage, subject to the deductible and policy limits. C. Emergency repairs are generally not covered, and John should pay for them out of pocket. D. The policy will cover emergency repairs only if they are performed by a licensed contractor. Answer: B. The policy may cover the cost of emergency repairs if they are necessary to prevent further damage, subject to the deductible and policy limits. Explanation: most homeowners insurance policies cover emergency repairs if they are necessary to prevent further damage, though coverage is subject to the deductible and policy limits. Immediate action is often required to mitigate further loss. Options A, C, and D do not accurately represent typical insurance coverage for emergency repairs. Question 24. Which of the following is an example of a policy exclusion that most homeowners insurance policies include? A. Damage from vandalism. B. Damage from a sewer backup. C. Damage from a tree falling on the house. D. Damage from a fire. Answer: B. Damage from a sewer backup. Explanation: most homeowners insurance policies exclude damage resulting from sewer backups. Coverage for such incidents typically requires a separate endorsement or rider. Options A, C, and D generally involve perils that are covered by standard homeowners insurance policies. Question 25. How does a homeowner's insurance policy typically handle loss of rent coverage? A. It provides coverage for loss of rental income due to damage that makes the property uninhabitable. B. It covers the cost of renting a replacement property for the policyholder. C. It reimburses the policyholder for any lost personal income due to the property damage. D. It pays for temporary repairs to make the property rentable again. Answer A. It provides coverage for loss of rental income due to damage that makes the property uninhabitable. Explanation: loss of rent coverage provides compensation for rental income lost when a property is damaged and cannot be rented out. This coverage helps landlords who suffer income loss due to property damage. Options B, C, and D do not accurately describe this type of coverage. Question 26. In Massachusetts, what is required for a homeowner's insurance policy to be considered compliant with state regulations? A. The policy must include earthquake coverage as a standard provision. B. The policy must provide clear terms for dispute resolution and claims handling as required by state law. C. The policy must have a minimum coverage limit for flood damage. D. The policy must include automatic renewal clauses to ensure continuous coverage. Answer B. The policy must provide clear terms for dispute resolution and claims handling as required by state law. Explanation: Massachusetts regulations require homeowners insurance policies to clearly outline terms for dispute resolution and claims handling to protect policyholders' rights. Options A, C, and D are not specific requirements under Massachusetts regulations. Question 27. Which of the following situations is typically not covered under the personal property coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. Damage to electronics from a fire. B. Loss of personal belongings due to a burglary. C. Damage to personal property caused by a flood. D. Theft of personal items from a parked car. Answer C. Damage to personal property caused by a flood. Explanation: personal property coverage in homeowners insurance usually excludes flood damage, which typically requires separate flood insurance. Coverage for fire, burglary, and theft from a vehicle are generally included under personal property coverage. Options A, B, and D are commonly covered scenarios. Question 20. What is one of the key differences between the broad form HO2 and the special form HO3 homeowners insurance policies? A. The HO2 covers only specific perils listed in the policy, while the HO3 covers all perils except those specifically excluded. B. The HO3 provides coverage for personal property, while the HO2 does not. C. The HO2 offers higher coverage limits for liability than the HO3. D. The HO3 is more affordable than the HO2 because it provides broader coverage. Answer A. The HO2 covers only specific perils listed in the policy, while the HO3 covers all perils except those specifically excluded. Explanation: the broad form HO2 covers only the perils listed in the policy, named perils, while the special form HO3 provides open perils coverage for the dwelling, meaning it covers all perils except those specifically excluded. Options B, C, and D do not accurately describe the differences between these policy forms. Question 29. Which aspect of an insurance policy does the insuring agreement section primarily address? A. The specific perils covered under the policy. B. The legal rights and responsibilities of the policyholder. C. The insurance company's commitment to provide coverage as outlined in the policy. D. The exclusions and limitations of the policy coverage. Answer C. The insurance company's commitment to provide coverage as outlined in the policy. Explanation: the insuring agreement section outlines the insurance company's obligation to provide coverage for the risks described in the policy. It establishes the fundamental agreement between the insurer and the insured. Options A, B, and D cover different aspects of the policy but not the core commitment of coverage. Question 30. How is replacement cost coverage different from actual cash value in terms of policy payout? A. Replacement cost covers the amount needed to replace damaged property without considering depreciation, while actual cash value deducts depreciation from the replacement cost. B. Replacement cost pays only the depreciated value of the property, while actual cash value pays the full replacement cost. C. Replacement cost provides coverage for repairs, while actual cash value covers total replacement. D. Replacement cost includes coverage for upgrades, while actual cash value only covers repairs. Answer A. Replacement cost covers the amount needed to replace damaged property without considering depreciation, while actual cash value deducts depreciation from the replacement cost. Explanation: replacement cost coverage pays the cost to replace damaged property with new property of similar type and quality. without accounting for depreciation. In contrast, actual cash value deducts depreciation from the replacement cost. Options B, C, and D do not accurately describe the differences between these types of coverage.